We hit people. We do this for a living. When we have that plastic on, it just feels that. You love it. You love to see it.
First day of pads, it was fun. A lot of banging out there. Another day to improve, and that's what we did.
This is my first mini mic session, by the way.
Stop the cap.
I like both, but I probably do boneless. First day of pads, everybody's kind of jittery, but after the first couple series, everybody settled down. We really had a good day today.
It was a physical day. Got a lot of work done.
We had some fun out there. I love the energy. They came out and showed out. Happy for the first day.
We hit people. We do this for a living.
Pads are back on. Can you smell what the flock is cooking? Well, we back in here, day 4 of training camp, flying all over the place. The Eagles is going crazy. I'm loving everything is back, but I got a few things for this flock posse day. We're going to hop in this therapy session because it ain't all sunshine and rainbows no more. I got a few. What we going to throw in the flock pots? We're going to throw a few things in the flock pot, chop it up, put it on the table. You consume it how you deem fit. And this is how we're going to break it down. I got a few things I got to get off my nest, off my chest, man. We're going to throw these things and get to cooking, man. Because few things. We're going to have a few Kelly Green gripes. Yeah, man. Everything ain't always what you think is correct. That's why you can't work yourself up. Get all excited for certain things. Because then they just pull the carpet right out from under your feet. And you left over here going crazy like a maniac, like an eagle maniac. You got that going down. We got what else? Man, let me check it out. What we got over here? We got a little bit of, let me put it down. JC, Jalen Carter is picking people up. And he's putting it down. This camp is crazy. Jalen Hurts, we're going to get into a little bit of Jalen Hurts. He's out here looking crazy elite. The Kobe Dean is impressing in camp, but seems to not be impressing some reporters out there. It's wild to me. I don't even know if we can call them reporters. I don't know, but I'm starting to see what you people out there is talking about. We got who else? AJ and Smitty are also out here crazy elite. And yeah, man, we're just going to get into a few things, man. Who else? We got AJ, Smitty, Jalen, Kobe, JC. Yeah, we looking good out here, man. Play my music, Kingsta.
EAGLES Eagles!
Visuals on the team, we want to continue to grow, so we are stronger together when we fly together.
Flock up or flock off, not you stick around, cause it's about to go down. We back in here. You know, Flock with the most energetic in the Eagle verse right now, and I'm just we're gonna just get straight into it, man. These Kelly Green, I got a few Kelly Green gripes, man. Say here, number one, you know, I'm a bit of a ways away. We had to get many maniacs to work and all that, so I couldn't get out there to Philly. I mean, it looked like quite an event. I seen green jello shots out there. It was going down. It was crazy. Wish I could have been there. I hate saying I can, I couldn't, or whatever the words that I want to use, just negativity. I hate it in my atmosphere, in my ego verse, whatever the case may be. I couldn't get out there, but I saw the people out there having a good time. It's great. It's cool. Love it. Then I'm seeing, so I had to order mine. Needless to say, I had to order mine. So we'll get into that first, right? No, we're going to stay right there. What we saw there, what was going on there was amazing. But we love the Eagles. This has nothing to do with football or playing on the field. Just a few things I got to get off my nest, get off my chest. You know what I'm saying? Right here, right now, at this time. Listen. So I'm seeing people there with like 10 jerseys at a time. Like, what are we doing here? We're letting people snatch up. I'm even seeing people on Facebook now popping up text, like posting that their orders are being revoked because some people out here hoarding jerseys. And then you see what's going on right after that. People out here selling jerseys for $300, $400, and I get it. This is all part of capitalism. This is what we do over here on the side, around the side. But I mean, like, this is a team thing, man. This is Gang Green thing, man. This is what we do. Like, we got to take better care of our fan base. You can start getting crazy with it. Like, limit to, like, maybe like 4 per customer. 4 per customer sounds like a good deal. That still sounds a little bit high to me. But I mean, 4 is a good number. It's not too crazy. It's not too small. I mean, like, bro, let other people get jerseys. And the wild part is, like, you don't see him sitting there, like, getting one of, like, you know, just like multiples of like all jerseys. No, these dudes, like, they have ones on top of ones on top of ones. It's crazy. Needless to say, I got my one. I hope it says it's on the way. But therein lies the next issue I have. What the flock is up with ordering July 29th? I overslept. Because I'm tripping out here. I was up late because I thought maybe that they was drop at like 3 a.m., being at the Pacific time, whatever the case may be. I don't know what I was thinking. I know they do that in Yahoo Fantasy Football. That's where my head's at now also. I'm going crazy. Whatever the case may be. So I'm up late, wake up late. It's 10:15. I'm like, oh, Flock, did I miss it? What's going on? They open at 9 a.m. I hop on. Bang, bang, boom, 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 pow. It pops up. I hit buy. Da-da-da. I'm good to go. I got my jersey. I'm set, right? Processing. Get an email a bit later. Your order won't be here until, may not be shipped until October 10th. My God. Oh, God. Woo. But all right, cool. I'm still with it. Got a few Kelly Greens that I can rock with, flock with in the event that I don't get it by the time the game comes. Then they release when the games are being played. Okay, now we got this craziness. So what? Check it out. Good thing my jersey may be here prior to them wearing their jersey, being that we're only wearing them 2 times. They're only wearing their Kelly Green jerseys 2 times this season, albeit against Miami and Buffalo. So we're not even going to see our guys flocking the Kelly Greens against a rival. I don't care if it was the bum man. There's still some classic ish seeing those colors clash. You know what I mean? Not the wee men, not the bow boys. Nah, we're hearing them against the Bills and the Dolphins. Albeit I'm happy, I'm hyped. See, this is classic like spoiled kid thing. We bet for something. We've been crying for something for 10 years? It's been 10 years? 10 years since what? 2010, damn near 15 years, a decade and a half. Almost, right? We waiting for these things to come around and now they're here and I want to sit here and gripe and complain. And there's just certain things I just don't get. I'm not picking them like, yo, bro, like, I want to see you more. We got to see you just got back. We need to hang out more. It's wild, dogs. So you got 2 games that, they're going to be awesome games regardless. Any game that we see our guys in this Kelly Green is going to be dope. I love the way it looks. I love the aesthetic of it. Everything is banging. This is what we're here for. But give me 3, 4. You see these other teams wearing their jerseys like 3, 4 times, man. What is it? Why don't they see us going crazy for these Kelly Greens? It's like, give us 3. I figure what? Okay, you got 9 of your games, 9 of your home games, and you could give us 3, a third. Not asking for half, even though that's what Josh Sweat wants. That's why he's at the tops right now, bro. Like I'm really flocking with Josh Sweat because he seems to be really behind this Kelly Green thing, man. So you got that going on. We got the those are my Kelly Green hypes. The 2 games. I wish we had more. Whatever the case may be. And then they pulled a bit of a bait and switch too. They've got the Vapor Limited jerseys. And then they have the Full Stitch. The Full Stitch haven't been released yet. So I kind of thought that's the one I was getting. So that's my fault for not looking further into it. The price did look a little crazy to me. I was like, oh, snap. Like, jersey's kind of dropping. The official tissue's dropping a little bit. But then you look close into the fine print. It's like half stitch and half that. You know what I'm saying? And I want whatever the case may be. So they'll be releasing those later, and I'll be getting one of those also because here's the dope thing. Here's the kicker. Here's something that I put out there for y'all. Maybe y'all could mix it up in your flock pots or bring it into your Eagleverse, put it in your nest, whatever you want to do with it, is they have these Fanatics. If you have a BJ's membership, you can get these Fanatics gift cards, 2-pack. That's $100 for, what is it, $69.99. You're saving $30. It's like buying $100 for $70. You picking up what I'm laying down? Not necessarily like that, but you can use this on Fanatics for a $100 jersey, and you're basically paying $70. So you're picking up what I'm laying down. I'm just saying, that's a good thing. That's one of the dope things that came across my Eagle vision, across my Eagle eye today. Picked it up and poked my beak in, and yeah, so that kind of made me feel a little better, got me a little bit off the ledge a little bit. That's why we was wilding out yesterday. So you got that going on, but the good things going on is that we've got the first padded practice and the Birds are back in town and they out here thudding. You heard in the beginning, Jordan Davis seems to be loving this. I'm loving it that they're loving it. Guys out here flying around. It's just been, for all intents and purposes, all reports pointing to the fact that Jalen Hurts is out here looking immensely elite. I believe I saw somebody pop up some numbers. What was it? Something like 50 of 60. I've also seen 48 of 60 for what? No interceptions, 4 touchdowns. And if you're keeping count of touchdowns and interceptions and things like that, I believe Dak has 3. Jalen Hurts has none. That being interceptions, because he's out here just throwing all over the place. So he's not going to throw, more than 10 interceptions this year, which he still might not do. But you practice how you play. You play how you practice. Perfect preparation prevents piss poor performance. And my guys out here dealing dimes in practice. Here, A.J. Brown and Smitty out here looking crazy. So, I mean, it's not like these aren't things that we didn't know, but I just think Jalen Hurts, we've heard in previous training camps that he's out here looking a tad bit inaccurate. And his coach, oh, man, speaking of the coach, man, Brian Johnson, I'm like, I am so in this dude's corner right now. He sounds like he gets it. He's got this thing mapped out, laid out. He says he feels extremely comfortable calling plays. And calling plays is not just a one-guy thing anyway. He said it's a group effort. They all come together. And he's been doing this for years. And the fact that Jalen Hurts will be, his 3rd year in the same system can only make him better, faster, stronger. It can only make him better. It can only accelerate the process, basically, of him getting better, because that's where everyone seems to see this thing going. And I can't see it going anywhere else, especially when he's at camp, protecting the ball the way he's protecting it and delivering dimes the way he's delivering these dimes. I mean, I believed it. I was really on board during the Super Bowl, because after what we saw in the Super Bowl, just the way he's delivering passes, even albeit with the bad shoulder, and people want to point to his last Hail Mary throw and say, yada, da, da, this, that, and the third. He has a water pistol arm and all that. They're still going to keep throwing that out there. Who cares? We ain't got no time for the haters. We're going to stay over here in our house and get this thing right. Get our nest the best in this whole damn league, because that's what's going to go down, and that's how we're going to keep it. And I don't care what nobody says, right? But regardless of whom or what, Jalen Hurts is out here delivering, same as he ended off last season. He's picking it up this season, if not getting better, which is what we've seen him do time and time again in his career. And when are we going to get used to it, or just accept the fact that this is exactly what he does? And I feel like he's going into Super Saiyan mode, 40, 100,000 million. I don't know why I went with 40, 100,000 million, because I'm watching. Dick is over here dancing. That's hilarious. Anyway, we got Jalen Hurts out here just getting better and better every day. And flies the limit out here. And I'm just so super duper excited, ready for this guy to blow up. Little quick sidebar. I believe I said it the other day on the 3rd day of camp, that Watkins out here performing. And then I believe he had an interview. I didn't get to put my beak in quite right, quite tight, quite night, whatever the case may be. But he's saying, I did see the caption that said he's out here feeling like he's elite. And I just want to lay off it a little bit, because I know me, similar to how I got excited about these Kelly Greens, and now I'm all, I don't want to get built up for Kez again yet until, because we've heard this before. It's always Camp Kez. Camp Kez goes the flock off. We know it. We've seen it before. Now, I just want to temper my expectations until the season comes and see what he does. And hopefully it translates into a beautiful season. We saw how it started 2 seasons ago, I believe, when he caught that, a wide receiver screen, ran for 90 yards in the preseason game, and he went on to actually have a good season. Not great, a good season, but definitely a good season for the stage that he was at in his career. Actually, a season that I would definitely take again this year if he could churn it out. Because right now he seems to believe that he's an elite wide receiver, and I need him to come out here and show improvement. But back inside the flock pots, who else we had? We had Jalen Carter out here. Heard he was just crushing all the drills, out here looking like a beast. Nolan Smith also, but just Jalen Carter picking things up and putting it down in camp. He's out here I'm here to bump you up. This dude. And what he's doing in camp can translate into the regular season, I believe we're in store for a monumental, historical defensive performance by the defensive teams. This, it could be crazy. I know it's wild of us. It's wild of me to say this, especially when it was a team that was number 1 in defensive backfield, DB play, pass defense, and then also number 1 in sacks in the league. It's crazy to think that you can repeat something like that again. But when you got, they got Hassan Reddick at 48. Okay, I'll take it. And I believe it's Lane Johnson at 41. And I believe Kelsey clocked in at 36. Yeah, Lane Johnson is 41. Yeah, so there's also that list with no diss. I don't know. I can't really put too much stock in these lists, man, because, the amount of wide receivers that I'm seeing ahead of Devontae Smith that didn't even scratch and sniff his numbers last season is ridiculous to me. I mean, and then I start to see the people that they have ahead of, like CeeDee Lamb. What? I mean, CeeDee Lamb ahead of Von. I don't know. Not even gonna get into that. That's not what we're here for. We're back in camp. Jalen Carter's just out here looking crazy, and I'm here for it. Who else we got out here looking good? AJ and Smitty out here toasting. The other side is getting crazy. So AJ and Smitty catching, just running routes. Like, heard they had a little competition. Not so much a competition. They were talking to, who was it? He was getting interviewed, and they asked him, does who has better hands, him or AJ? And this is what they were asking Devontae, and who's better at this? And then Devontae is just gonna say, I'm going for myself. But he's like, no, AJ's my guy. I just feel like it's a healthy competition. Guys, the media always wants to throw things out there, try and tear things apart, like it's this and the third, which I don't think they were doing in this case. Knowing that these guys get along well and that Devontae is the type, he's gonna tell the truth, if anything. No spice, and I feel like that's why they're such good teammates, because it seems like that's the type of culture they have over here. And I'm just loving it. Speaking of culture, I believe Cam Jurgens. Oh, man, the pressers. Dude, I forgot the pressers. Oh, my God, we're going long already. So much to get into, so little time. I don't know how I do this. But thank y'all for being here, flocking with the Eagle Maniac. I need to get this off my, just got to share it. Get it off. It's just beautiful days, beautiful things going on in camp, man. And I just got to get it off here. So you got that, these looking good. Who else is looking good? Nakobe Dean is out here looking good. He's impressing his teammates, but it doesn't seem like he's impressing ESP. And because I had contradictions with that. The first, day 3 of camp, I was looking at Elliott Shore Park's notes, and I'm like, all right, and then these guys are saying this. Why does everything seem to be contradicting? And I recall, a lot of fans out there can't stand this guy. And I'm like, oh, wait, this may be why. Davis Zingaro doesn't seem to be a fan either. Straight smoke fire. What is up with that guy? I need someone to, I need to do a little bit more research on this ESP guy. I don't know. It's just odd, because every day it seems like he's trying to downplay what Dean is doing, and then from all reports you're hearing, or at least from whatever the players are saying, it seems like they're here for Nakobe Dean and speaking to how smart he is, how ready he is, how capable he is, how they haven't seemed to miss a step since he stepped in. I don't believe it's any hay or any smoke or any, throwing any garbage on top of TJ Edwards, but for a second-year player to come in and they just say that this guy knows what it is. Listen to just listen to Nolan Smith talk about his boy.
Stay ready. You ain't got to get ready, man. My dog been ready. He been doing this since day one. I ain't worrying about that. I'm ready to follow him. People talking about he been the signal caller at Georgia for 3 years in a row, and I know how hard Coach Smart is on him, and I know what he expects from himself. Certain people hold themselves to a high standard, man, and he's an engineering major. So if you think his brain is worried about something like this, it ain't. So I just say, man, when you a high standard person and hold yourself to a high standard, people will follow behind you every day, and that's what Nakobe is for me.
That's respect. And albeit that's his homie from Georgia, one of the new pups that we got pulling up, feel me? But I don't feel like he's the type of guy to mince his words or talk BS just for the sake of talking BS either. Nolan Smith seems to get it because he's flying around this camp too. And everything just seems to, this is the bowl season and we getting all hype. I'm getting the Eagle Maniac, getting all worked up. But I just can't wait till these bullets start flying, man. What is this? What is this? The 31st? What, we got 11 days? 11, 12 days to game time? What? Dude, yeah, I can't wait. What else we got? What else we got today in these pots? I want to know also, why is... Oh, he said Brown. Who's Brown? Brown could be special. Word around. Oh, they were talking about Sidney Brown. Sidney Brown could be special, according to Brian Baldinger. He's getting reports back from Philly. And he actually played with the second team today for the first time, because I believe in the previous 2-3 days of camp, they had him on the third team. And now he's moved up to the second team. And he said he's flying around. Can't wait to see that dude. And we're going to get to see a whole lot of these young ones in training camp, which I am so here for. You already know this. And then they had the presses today, right? So initially I spoke on our boy Who's our boy? 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 Brian Johnson, who just, man, you could tell, like, the culture, where they come from, him knowing Jalen since he was 4 years old, and, like, Jalen picked things he picked up from him and things that he may have picked up from Jalen, like, just the talk, it just seems like that same type of thing, that same type of energy, that same type of leadership level, and also that calm and that resolve, like, it's you see it shining through, and I don't think we're missing anything. Not a damn step at all. I mean, don't get it twisted. Shane Steichen is the man, but the other players seem to think the same. And just the way that he pokes his head into the offensive coordinator, and it's not to the offensive coordinator, the offensive line room, like, I'm loving that. He spoke to that. He was saying, you get a feel for different strengths and stresses when you step into that room, and then speaking to going in there and learning from Coach Stout, who he believes is one of the best teachers in the world, and you don't just the connectivity piece, the connection part of our core values of Coach Sirianni's core values. The connection piece, he believes, isn't just something that they have on the wall. It's something real, it's palpable, something you could touch, something that you have to be intentional with other players, other teammates, other coaches. And I'm just loving him stepping into this offensive coordinator role, and I believe it's going to be beautiful things going forward for us. Not to mention I mean, did you see DeAndre Swift? Not to mention, I forget who pulled it up, but if you look at what Florida was doing prior to Brian Johnson getting there, and then what they did after Brian Johnson get there, and this is with guys like Kadarius Toney and the big tall dude Kyle Pitts, guys like that around, pass catchers, guys that you could throw the ball to. He threw the ball so much more to the running backs once he stepped in. So I can only imagine what's going on, because I can't wait. Like, it's stupid. They had DeAndre Swift in motion, cutting across, like, it's gonna be. And then, not to mention, with the guys, like I said, Smitty and Brown are out here looking like they're on a mission themselves. And yeah, I'm just hyped. Let's fly through this. No lie through this, man. There's just some good things to come for our team. I can't wait to see it. Do you hear me? Reed is happy that the pads are on. He also stepped up for his press conference. He's happy about the pads. He feels like it's football again. He credits Slay and James and the rest of the room for helping him get better. He said N'Kobe is a vocal guy and a great communicator. Yet again, someone else who seems to think that N'Kobe Dean is ready to step up and do this job. Unlike ESP, like, what? Maybe I'm giving this guy too much airplay. I'm going to chill out, y'all. N'Kobe is a vocal guy and a great communicator. He said, the biggest thing is having a mic who's confident in his calls, is vocal, and gets everybody lined up right. What else do you want out of your Mike linebacker? And Reed Blankenship is another one, man. I don't know why I didn't pop him up in the front. Like, this dude, he's the only safety that's been in the ones, that has stayed in the ones since day one. They've been rotating. You've had Kayvon Wallace is stepping up. I know a lot of y'all hating out there, but bro, I always had a feeling. That doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to take it over. Maybe he's just getting his reps just in case in the event. And then we have everybody ready, or perhaps for different packages. Anyway, Terrell Edmonds has been in there a few times. And they're also rotating at linebacker quite a bit. I believe Christian Ellis was in there with the ones today, because they're not seeing quite enough. Or, like, once again, it could just be rotation of packages and things of that sort, what they want to use these guys in, when, where, why, and how, and all this, that, and the third, right? Who knows? I don't want to look too far into it. I don't know what these coaches are thinking, but that's what we do here, right? Whatever. We threw it on the table. You consume it how you deem fit, right? But yeah, Reed seems to be very happy that the pads are back on. They asked him, like last year, that's when he really took off. When the pads came on, is it something about the pads? Like, it's like, that's when you see who you really are. That's when you get to hit. Just like Jordan Davis said. Something about, he's a maniac, and I'm loving it. He's looking good out here. Maddox says he's still feeling a little bit stiff. He says Slay is still out here running around like he's 25 years old. They had a funny exchange. He's walking by. Slay says he's the sexiest. Maddox says he's the sexiest. I believe Kayvon Wallace. My boy McPherson. McPherson? Am I tripping over here? Whatever. Young Mac was over there in the crowd. He's like, I'll take number 3. And they're just wilding out over there. And they were speaking to how much, like, one of the female reporters asked, like, or was just stating something that, I've never seen a team have this much fun. What it's about, and that's just all part of the connection. I believe that just makes this team such a great team. As they say, winning is the best deodorant, and everything's gonna smell good when you're winning. So, but let's just keep this thing going, man. That's the way I look at it. Let's roulette. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. So you got that going on. He says Bradbury is a perfect fit. Feels like he's been here as long as he's been here. Even though he's only been here a year. Yeah, with Zach McPherson, he says he keeps growing. You're seeing him grow. Having the nickel coach, something that really struck me the other day when I found out that they had a nickel coach when Zach McPherson was speaking on it. Maddox touched on it a bit, saying that having that coach allows them to own in their technique more. It's dope. And yet another person who said that N'Kobe hasn't missed a step from TJ. Laughed at his jaw. And he said Kobe is out here running. I told y'all, don't sleep on the Mormon missile. You know what I'm saying? And, iron sharpens iron. And that also seems to be something, one of the credos, one of the mantras that's all around this camp. Just good on good all day, all day, all day. And we loving that. Going to speak this up. Yo, KG stepped up to the press box too real quick. He said the running back room is goofy. They love having fun. Also seems to be a recurring theme as far as this team goes. And you just got to love when these guys look good, they feel good, when you feel good, you play good and all that. I guess that's why they walk around talking about how sexy they are. It's kind of crazy. It's not too sexy for Kelly Green. I guess only wear it twice, right? Wild. Still learning new guys, still learning the new guys, the new running back guys. I guess that would be Swift and Penny. Says Brian Johnson hasn't missed a step. The one thing that he wants to improve is his blocking. And he says the motto in the running back room is listen to the damn center. And I guess that goes along with him wanting to become a better blocker. He can lean on Kelsey to try and help him do that. And it's so crazy because I thought that was one of the things that he was particularly good at coming in, being that we saw him blow Micah Parsons up when Memphis played Penn State in college. They were running that shit crazy. I love it. But he feels he could get better. If you're staying the same, you're just getting worse, right? Right. So, if he feels he can get better, more power to the young man. You also had Cam Jurgens, who stepped up there first, and he's just up there looking like a beast. Really knows, he just seems to know how to control the room. Very comfortable. I'm loving that. I'm hearing that Mariota's not doing too well with the second team. He may need Cam Jurgens over there because whoever's playing center is he's jacking him up over there. From all reports that I've heard, like you can't tell if it's the O-line that's just horrible. The second, that may be a problem going forward. If it's the second team offensive line, or is it just Mariota's not performing quite up to par? We don't know. We'll hear more about that going into camp. But Cam Jurgens with the one team seems to be doing his job at right guard. It seems like he has that thing locked down. He said he's at around 300 pounds and it fluctuates. They asked him what was his philosophy as far as, maintaining weight. He says, I eat what tastes good. I love that. This guy's... He just seems like the man, bro. I'm loving Cam Jurgy over there, right? So then you beat Jurgy. Then you got Jalen Carter. He said Jalen Carter is good. Kelsey and Cox help him a lot too, being good on good, working against Carter. I believe Jalen Carter dominated in the one-on-ones. But I had that Jalen Carter and Steen was quite the matchup. That came to a push. But anyway, it's just crazy how, just having these veterans out here, Kelsey and Cox and guys that he could bounce things off of, on both sides of the ball, could show them what to see, how to see it, where to see it. And once again, I don't know if you guys have heard this, but Kelsey has spoken to it a lot. The strength to size ratio as far as Cam Jurgens goes, a lot of people are looking at his size and saying he might not be able to handle it really in the trenches like that. Inside in the interior, he's not a beast like Dickerson or Brooks. But he seems to be able to hold his own because his strength to size to strength ratio is out of this world. He said it's, that's that. I'm just going off of what Captain Kelsey said. Don't get mad at me. So then you got that. He's gathering knowledge on center and guard, and he doesn't feel like he's a position player. He feels like he's a football player, and I'm just loving what he's breaking down. And that was the press conference breakdown. Yeah. We're going to leave it right there. Oh, yeah, and just real quick, I see something else flying through the Eagleverse. They're talking about your boy, who's your boy? Hassan Reddick. They asked him, I don't know if he's bringing it up or people are bringing it up or, talking about more money. I thought he was only in year 2 of a 4-year deal, but I believe I found out that he's now coming into year 2 of a 3-year deal. So, yeah, we're going to have to get to working on that extension, being that I believe, he's like he's top tier, bro. He's clearly elite, and he doesn't want to talk about that anymore.
You know, my work, I've put enough work out there, I've put enough film out there, enough tape out there that my play now speaks for itself. People can make their opinions off of that. You know, no more, I don't have to second guess myself. I don't feel like I have to show anybody anything. I've done that all, you know, so I'm at a point now, I'm done talking like I have anything to prove. I'm done talking like I have anything to prove to anybody. I'm always worried about now, how can Hassan be better as a football player or person? How can I continue to help the team? Anybody.
Hassan Reddick seems to be on a mission. He got this chip on his shoulder. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's always had a chip on his shoulder. And I just love that he's not resting on his laurels from last season. It's almost like a form of motivation, something that's pushing him. Like, you still feel somewhere around there, like there's people out here hating on him, like not believing him. And I mean, when you look at the Madden ratings and these other ratings coming out in these other rankings, I guess he doesn't feel he's getting his just due. And if that's going to motivate him to do better for us, I am here for it. Let's fly. But y'all know how I do around this time, about this time, at this time, man. Till the next time, make it your best time. In the meantime, between time, keep it a green time, an Eagles green time, or even a Kelly green time. Because we got our answers, y'all. We got our answers. We got our answers. Our jerseys are here. You got yours. Mine is on the way. I hope so. If not, it'll be okay. We're going to be all right because we had our therapy. We got it off our nest. We got it off our chest. All is good in the world. But we do also have one more question. And this is the main question right there because we got to forget the maniac thing. The main thing, who cares, man? But we here, y'all. Let's go. What you going to do when Eagle Mania swoops down and runs wild on you? Let's fly. Play my music, Kingston. Eagles. Eagles. Let's fly.